Alright, Shalom, Shalom, first and foremost, we're going to say Kawai Mo Yehovah Shem Rashah B'Shem HaKakodash. The one is the elders and apostles, the great millstone, GMS, to rule and teach well. So we're just going to get into Proverbs, the 13th chapter, get into part of it, and close off. Perhaps we'll do the full thing, I don't know how the spirit goes. So, why son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressors shall eat violence. Right? And that's what they're gonna do, man. These Jake's 2/3, right? Well, actually, here, wise words when you a meal, good meal, but treasures people have an appetite for violence. Absolutely, it's 2/3, and you're wicked. He that keepeth his mouth keep his life, he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Right? We're called to make our calling, to be diligent, to make a calling in the election sure. We're not supposed to have the soul of a sluggard, which of course back then, you had to have a field. You had to make your own food. We had land, and we had a house, and you had to tend the land. That's why you had things like, what was it, there was a law, if you had a son, he didn't want to work or do anything, you're supposed to try with him, really try. But then if you don't want to work at all, you're supposed to put him to death, because he's just what the fuck you doing? A righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and cometh to shame. Right? Righteousness keepeth him that's upright in the way, but wickedness overthroweth the sinner. Right? There is that maketh himself rich, yet have nothing, and there is that maketh himself poor, yet has great riches. Right? So, I think I might be here. Hold on. This is the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right? So our treasure should be, in heaven. In Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's where our heart and our minds should be, not on trying to, make a bag and get money and, try to be making moves in the world. Jake always be saying things like that. Oh, I'm making moves, man, making moves. Man, fuck your moves, bro. We in a different time. You could go ahead and do what you're gonna do, but the priority is getting right, man. The priority is, pushing this truth, because this is what we're called to do, participating in the ministry. There is that maketh himself rich, you have nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, you have great riches, right? And that's us, man. We have to make all kinds of sacrifices. There's jobs and things that have been, job offers that are out there. Certain things people have recommended me, I had to turn down because, I can't travel every week. I can't spend, months at a time, outside and, wherever. I can't do that because I gotta camp every week, and that's what's on my mind. Okay, if I do this job, well, where am I supposed to camp at? I don't know this new area. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? The ransom of a rich man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. Let's see. Alright. Verse 9, the light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contention, but the wall of eyes is wisdom. Right? And we know this place for its great pride, is dealing with what it's dealing with. Talking about America. Babylon the Great. Might be better off just using this thing at this point. Come on, man. It's not even responding. It's troubled. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you can't actually use it for anything. I don't know where to start here. Maybe this is chapter specific. No, it's not chapter specific. It's not chapter specific. Good. It's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Oh, okay. Alright. 2nd Ezra 15:17. A man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their power shall stand in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know what it means? There's going to be civil wars. There's going to be, rebel groups and different bands of people coming together, and they're not going to be listening to the government. They're going to be wanting to do their own thing. A man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be destroyed. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Right, but the poem is in 18, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Right? And through that pride, you get your strife, because, of course, here, their pride is that, hey, they're not following the ways of the Lord, and they're happily not following the ways of the Lord, They're proud, and they're hunting down of us, man. They always got, they pay these little sellouts and these guys out here to come against us. They, have them out there, to push out all kinds of falsehoods. And that's why you hear all these Christian groups coming up with all weapons to go against the Hebrew Israelites, arsenal to use against the Hebrew Israelites, right? It always has a militaristic type of energy with it, because that's what they look at us as. They look at us as, as enemies, right? Verse 11, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, be that gathereth by labor shall increase. Hope the fear maketh heart sick, but when the desire cometh is a tree of life. Right? And that's what we deal with. We have to wait. We have to, endure hardness as a good soldier. So, as much as we want the kingdom to be here now, we gotta wait. We just know the prophecies are coming down. We gotta just wait and push, and labor. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Right? And that reminds me of a scripture in 2nd Ezra 8 chapter, death by pain. The law of the wise is found in life, to depart from the snares of death. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of the transgressors is hard. He every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool layeth open his folly, through his actions. A wicked messenger falls into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is health. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. Right? Humility comes before, honor, things like that. We read the scriptures. Pride comes before destruction. Right? It just means to be like arrogant, ridiculous. Desire accomplishes sweet to the soul, but is abomination to fools. To depart from evil. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Yeah, and that's a really important one. That's why we don't associate with people of the world, right? Because they're just going to lead you on to destruction. You associate with each other, We go to the camp, and we take our notes, we talk, things like that, and, those are the men you want to walk with, Don't walk with these other, people in the world, Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaveth inheritance to his chosen children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Absolutely. Right? Because all you people here, you elites in another part of the world, when we take over, we're just going to commandeer all of your stuff. Everything that you own. Well, I mean, some stuff may get destroyed or whatever, but you're going to come to us, whatever resources you have in your country, you and your people are going to bring it unto us. A good man leaveth inheritance to his chosen children, the wealth of the sinners is laid for the just. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that destroyeth for want of judgment. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteth him betimes. The righteous eateth the satisfying of the soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. Right, so that's pretty much Proverbs the 13th chapter. I really like 13. I used that one. I used to use that one a lot when I was younger. But you have to read it again. I like 12 and like 19 things you can get into. Let there be that little one edification one.